if you say no.
Looking good, YouTube. My name is Love Game, or PD1 Perona if you prefer, and I'm a man destined to be king. Welcome back to Pokémon Sapphire, the Redemption Run, of course. And I remember my boy Big, or Jack, however you want me to call him, was a big fan of this music here, so we'll not interrupt it, my bad. We'll actually reset it, just because we want to hear that lovely first intermezzo. Wrong word to use there, but... Oh. Okay, that's actually a good little mashup there. I was like, is that gonna actually be advantageous? You can find some pretty good Pokemon around here, so if you're hunting for any last-minute team members and or anything else, this is your place. But yeah, pretty cool theme, even though it fucking resets every time you get into a battle, so you get to hear the entire thing. This is quite nice. This is a pretty bad matchup. Let's go ahead and switch out. Luckily, I have the one resistance to electric right here in the form of my good old Sabrina. I did recently talk to Sabrina, the person I named this Pokemon afterwards. She's doing pretty good. I'm happy for her. Ah, fuck. That's a lot of damage for just a regular-ass bite. But it is what it is. That was a very unneeded crit, I would have to say. I'll take it. But I will definitely take that, too. Okay. Oh, perfect. I say that, but... No, I'm gonna play it safe. Even though I have my usual shift style set on here. Or, well, it's not shift, it's... Oh, fuck. It's set. You know... Yeah, that wasn't the best idea, but you know what? We're gonna go for it anyway, and miss. This could go on for a while. Luckily, I do have one Pokemon in my repertoire, which has a move that never misses. So I can fall back on him if all else fails. So we're just gonna be sitting here for a while, essentially. Thankfully, Muck does not hit particularly hard. And Acid Armor only does defense, not special defense. So at least we're doing damage here. When we do damage, we do some pretty big boy damage. Can't complain there. Okay, a little XP for everybody. Can't complain, like I said. Let's see here. Go ahead and patch up our girl. The only girl on the team, actually, being Sabrina. Don't do that. I'm getting my button mappings mixed up here. I don't mind taking out a few wild Pokemon, just because there's a lot of unique wild Pokemon in here, like this guy. You don't really see a lot of Lairon elsewhere in the game besides his pre-evolution all the way back in Dewford City, so I don't really mind occasionally showing off some, unless it's just like some basic-ass Oddish or whatever, because it's like I said about Oddish last time, you know, anyone who likes Oddish probably F's their own cousin, but that's just me. And plus I have Vocalist here to get most of the weaknesses on these guys. Decently fast, all things considered, just because Golbat's pretty fast himself, so that's kind of saying something. Yeah, I don't mind just taking out the ones that are in my way. As, Carly Rae Jepsen once said. Luckily, once I level, that's not a good one. I gotta switch. Luckily, once I level up, it won't matter so much because the repels will work up to level 40, so... Okay, or just end the fight. I don't know why you bothered fighting me if you were just going to... Okay, whatever. Is he gonna do it again? I don't have another revive actually, so I couldn't if I wanted to. Obviously getting everyone to 40 is a good idea anyway, so... Alright then. Don't really understand why I'm... Like, why in the lore would a Pokemon engage me if it just wanted to get away anyways? Like, what do you gain from that, bud? Either way, though, this Victory Road in particular is, I would say, easier than the one from Gen 4, even though, funny enough, if any of you guys remember back in my old Platinum LP, like, I actually got through the Gen 4 Victory Road pretty quickly, but the video was, like, long as shit because I still insisted on fighting all the trainers. So, it ended up just kind of being what it was. Thankfully, it's mostly Golbat, so I can just Ice Beam these guys to my heart's content. And get a crit too, just for the hell of it. I do find it quite fascinating that even in this generation where the physical and special split hadn't happened yet, the moves, like, there are moves that are, designated to, like, make contact. So, as you saw there, the move Bite still triggered my Rough Skin, even though it was a special move in this generation, so it's kind of a little interesting thing. I will certainly take that, especially after all these Ice Beams I've been using. Lucky for me... Oops. Lucky for me, I have been... Oh, you can find this guy here too. I didn't even know that. Oh, the camera's on. Oh. The camera's been on this whole time. I didn't even know. Hello. Yeah, Louderet's pretty cool. It's not the most fascinating Pokemon, but it's got a unique design to it. There we go, level 40. But the point I was getting at is, like, this particular... Really? Oh, it has to be one level above. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind taking a few more of these guys out. It is what it is. But yeah, it's kind of a cool thing that even back in the day, they still, like, designated what moves make contact and which ones don't. Like I said, Gen 3, as much as people want to, like, call it a step back, it did some things to evolve the series in a sense, such as, well, you know, natures and abilities and all that, but also moves that make contact. It's kind of cool. I will never be one to call them out on any negative sense for attempting innovation. Nothing wrong with that. I forgot what smelling salt does. It's not like Wake Up Slap, it's something else. It's okay, because Plain Bro needed experience too. Oh, here we go. Speaking of which. that's not it. Well, no, you know what? I might be able to pull this one out of my ass. Let's see. That is the one really cool thing about water-type Pokemon, is, like, they are weak to grass, obvious. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. The freeze status is actually quite rare to get, so hell yeah. I say as I... Maybe I can still pull this one out, who knows? Let's see. Down to half. Thankfully, like I said, Starpedo's quite fast, so... Way to ruin my little victory dance there, Roselia. Give me your ridiculous wealth of XP there. But you know what, with this being Victory Road and all that... Okay, I just wanted to go ahead and grab Cast Form here, just for the sake of having Flash, because me bumbling around in that Cave of Origin was enough suffering. I don't really want to evoke that more than I have to. Thankfully, like I said, all these guys are pretty easy for Vocalists to take care of, so no real worries there. But if you'll allow me to, I don't know if the word would be like wax poetic, but like just kind of have fun with the memories of the time that I uploaded the original final part for Ruby. Since I was kind of being a bitch in the last episode anyway, I figured I would mix things up with some positivity instead. So, like I said before in the last episode, after all that unfortunate stuff that happened to me with my cables shorting out and just all that nonsense that plagued me, and I had moved over to the house that I currently live in with my mom's. Well, what happened after that? It was a combination of different things, actually. Number one, I didn't actually have all the things. I didn't have a new keyboard yet, so that was like a legitimate like setback there. I didn't have a proper keyboard, and I didn't even have any VGA cables yet. Any replacements, that is. Unfortunate as that is to say. What is the point in that? I didn't have any such thing, so for quite some time there, I was just... all I had was my Xbox. I didn't even have any other, like, peripheral to connect me to the outside world, so to speak. Tell me I don't lose that permanently. But part of it was also kind of laziness, because when I had moved, I had, like, gotten rid of a whole bunch of my... well, not gotten rid of, but a lot of my stuff was kind of jumbled up. Just from the move itself. A lot of my stuff was in a whole bunch of different boxes and just not well organized at all. But it was also an interesting time because it was really one of the first points in my life that I started to very slowly but surely recover from that depression I had been going through since 2010. And so what I would essentially do, like, a lot of nights is just, like, get on Xbox and talk to a bunch of people, and, like, I didn't really go into detail about why I was feeling bad, but I think they kind of understood it to the point that they would console me and just try to make me feel better about everything. So For that whole summer, I just played a shit ton of like Halo Reach and Borderlands. Whatever I can get my hands on, basically. And it wasn't... like, the recovery didn't happen instantaneously, by any means. Mostly because right after that certain incident, I had met another woman that I was very much into at the time. And we hung out a lot over... I already mentioned her in one of the previous parts. Isabella was her name. Me and her hung out a lot over the summer. And generally had some decent amounts of fun and all that. And I was definitely feeling something for her. As a matter of fact, the feelings I got for her were kind of part of the reason that I kind of abandoned what I had felt for the previous girl I was into, but then she turns around and tells me that this guy that she only knew through RuneScape was, like, supposedly her, like, soulmate or whatever, and I didn't really buy it, but it wasn't really my place to say whether this was legitimate or not. But the point was, it definitely broke my heart, like, while I was still slowly recovering over everything else. Thanks for the crit. And it was like about a month after that that I had met another girl who I ended up being... oh, wow, holy shit. Who I was definitely feeling something for, to say the least. And while I was talking to her... wow, this is gonna last the whole fucking video just because of that. Not that I could have done much regardless, but I'll probably just let Flame Bro die here because I can't really... I can't switch into Sand Slash because it'll not be able to hit it. So, yeah. GG's. Thankfully this isn't Gen 1 where you can just do that bullshit, but... I'm out of revives, so no more Flame Bro for the rest of this run, or this, dungeon. Anyways, while I was, like, talking to this new girl, my good friend Craig had smoked himself some of the dank for the first time, some of that good weed. I had never smoked before at this time, so I was totally unaware of the effects of the weed. And what I didn't know was that the guys that passed the weed to Craig had actually laced it with acid. So he was tripping out. Me and him were playing Halo Reach together. And old boy Craig starts like making these weird references to like, oh yeah man, did you fuck Isabella? Did you have sex with her? And I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This guy's, you know, obviously joking around. What I didn't know was that this guy was gonna go on Facebook and try to insinuate, or literally private message Isabella saying that I had claimed I fucked her. And needless to say, that didn't go over too well with her. And for some reason, she believed him over me, which I didn't really get. I don't really understand why she would believe, like, some guy she barely talked to over a guy she had known for a couple of months at this point. But apparently she did. And I'm trying to think of the exact series of events here, because she had basically said, I mean, obviously she was super pissed over this. Isabella was a very temperamental person. She was the type that would get on her period and just want to fucking kick your ass to Kingdom Come. But she also had, like, what kinda awoken, like, the angry white boy within me was that she had threatened to sick her boyfriend on me, and I'll be honest, I never thought this guy was anything special. He was this... He was the male equivalent of a basic bitch to me. Never thought he was anything special. And I was like, if you really want to do that, then okay, fine. I'll be glad to have this guy come all the way down from Lebanon so I can lay his ass out. I don't give a fuck. That's just... it was so dumb. It was just juvenile shit when we were all young back in the day. But then she kind of refused to talk to me for a while after that, and my birthday was coming up too, so I was really stressing out over the whole thing. But of course, when she came off of her period, she forgave me. And that, I think that was the actual point where I finally said, you know, I was like, yeah, man, I can do this. I can get past whatever this is that's hurting me so bad. If I can get past that, I'm basically golden at that point. And I remember it because I was sitting on my mom's bed watching the movie Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton. I was watching that movie. And, like, midway through that, I was just kind of thinking about all the events of that day, and I was essentially like, you know what? If I can get past this, you know, what is stopping me at this point? What have I not done that I can't do? You know, why am I letting this superficial thing hurt me so bad? And it really was. It was just a superficial... It didn't mean anything. Oh, no. Well, no, that's not that bad. I mean, maybe it might be, but... I was just like, what? Why am I letting that control me? And, you know, if I can get past that, I can get past anything. That was just my... That was the way I thought about things. And it was at that moment, like, right there, I had that moment where I got over this depression that had been plaguing me for over a year at this point, and I did it completely by myself. I didn't have any support from my family. What support I did have from my friends was minimal at best. How is it faster than me? It's a fucking Tentacruel. God damn it. Well, all my advantages here are gone, so... Why is this thing so fast? Holy shit. I had a fucking max EV Tentacruel that wasn't this fast. Jeez. Oh, I can't even use a track. Oh well. I'll just ride this out for as long as I can. That's how I always do things in these games anyway, so... Seriously, why is it so fast? It's only 2 levels higher, so it's not like I can do anything here. So much for my epic strat. Yeah, it's gonna win the damage race here, unfortunately. The most I could do would be to, like, sacrifice, cast form, but I mean... Not the best idea. It's even faster than Vocalist, holy shit. That's what my friend used to call, crack on wheels right there. But I got Big the Cat leveled up. Luckily, it's just a Rhyhorn, so there you have it. Well, as much as I just want to persevere through this, I'm gonna have to go back and heal, because we have like a pseudo-boss coming up. And I want to be as ready as I can for it, so... Even the Golbat's faster? What the fuck? Everything is faster than me now. Were it not for the fact that I had to have a stupid cast form in my party right now, it wouldn't be so bad, but... That makes things a little bit more complex than they need to be, so I guess I will make the salty run back and then adjourn.